Good morning and welcome to our September 19th, 2017 Interactive Public Safety Briefing. Today, I would like to discuss a serious assault that we responded to and investigated over the weekend. On September 16th, 2017, at approximately 2 in the morning, we received a 911 call to respond to the Cookout Restaurant located at 1115 South Salisbury Boulevard for a report of a large crowd and a large fight at that particular location. Within minutes, our officers arrived on scene and were quickly able to determine that there was approximately 150 patrons inside that business, as well as 150 patrons outside in that parking lot, acting disorderly. Officers were able to identify 3 victims who had serious facial injuries during that investigation. One of the 4 victims did not receive any injury at the time. However, the 3 did receive serious facial injuries. As the investigation unfolded, it was determined that the victims were seated in a vehicle while they waited in a long line through the drive-thru. For no apparent reason, 7 unknown suspects approached the victim's vehicle and began jumping on the vehicle, causing damage to the vehicle. The victims exited their vehicle and immediately approached the suspects, and then the victims were assaulted. During the investigation, it was reported by witnesses that at least one of the suspects was in possession of a video camera as they videotaped the entire incident from beginning to end. The victims were finally able to get away from their assailants as 911 was called and as the police started arriving. I can identify the victims as follows. One of them was a 20-year-old male who was transported to PRMC and ultimately transferred to shock trauma, where he was treated and ultimately released that same day. A 23-year-old male victim was also transported to PRMC, where he was treated and transferred to George Washington University Hospital for additional treatment. A 20-year-old male victim was also transported to PRMC, where he was treated and released from the hospital in Salisbury. The 4th victim, as I stated earlier, was not injured. The suspects were described by the victims as well as witnesses in that area as only being black males wearing what was described as white t-shirts and approximately 6 foot tall. We weren't able to get any further descriptions on the suspects at this time. The suspects were seen by witnesses as well as the victims getting into what was described as a copper-colored vehicle and fleeing the scene. Our detectives are currently working with the Salisbury University Police Department to try and gain surveillance video of this vehicle, as well as any other evidence that we can gain at this time. We're asking for anybody that happened to be in that parking lot or in the restaurant on Saturday morning at approximately 2 a.m. and happened to see this assault, please contact the police department with any information. We know that it is common practice for spectators of an event of this nature to record this incident or these types of incidents on their cell phones. If in fact you did record this, we are asking you to contact our detectives and allow us to review this video footage in an effort to solve this crime and identify the suspects who were involved. I think it's important to know that on Saturday morning, just after this incident happened, an immediate request was made of the surveillance footage from the Cookout Restaurant. Since Saturday through yesterday afternoon, there has been continued requests for this surveillance video footage. And as of today, the police department is still not in possession of this video. We hope by tomorrow we will be in possession of that video, or at least some still shots to further our investigation. Once we receive this video footage, we plan to review it, and if there's any evidentiary value to this video whatsoever, we will release this tomorrow. And again, we ask, anybody that has any information concerning this incident on Saturday morning at approximately 2 a.m. at the cookout, and if you have any information, to either contact the police department at 410-548-3165 or Crime Solvers at 410-548-1776, where we will pay cash for tips that produce suspects in this investigation. So at this time, I would like to open it up for any comments, or correction, for any questions concerning this investigation that we could entertain at this time.
So one question is exactly where did this event occur? What establishment and where in our city did this happen?
The incident happened at the Cookout Restaurant, which is on South Salisbury Boulevard, or how we often refer to it as 13 South, directly across from the university. The specific address is 1115 South Salisbury Boulevard, specifically in their parking lot.
We also just got to ask you whether or not we can subpoena this video footage.
The question, I apologize for not responding or answering or saying what the question was prior to answering it. The question was, can we subpoena that video footage? That is correct, we can, and we are in that process as well.
And I will just, one more time, where it occurred, when it occurred, and what we're asking.
This incident occurred at the Cookout Restaurant, 1115 South Salisbury Boulevard, directly across the street or the highway from the university. This occurred on Saturday morning at 2 a.m. or thereabouts. And we are asking for the public's help. If you were in that particular area during this assault, please contact the police department with any information. Any information you have will be helpful. The number to the police department is 410-548-3165, or you also may call Crime Solvers at 410-548-1776.
Last question we have is, are there any other incidents related to this particular assault?
At this time, we have nothing that is related to that. This is a sole incident. We have nothing else that's related to it, no.